Hello everyone, hope you all are doing great. This is Ritu, doing my master's in Information Technology and Management at St. Francis College. As a part of Fundamentals of Project Management course that I'm taking up for this semester, I'm here for my final presentation. Let's quickly begin by looking at the agenda for the day. We'll be beginning with the introduction to the project planning, moving to project planning and initiation, and then we'll look at the initial risks involved, the key stakeholders involved. We'll take a look at the risk tracker that is put in place for this project, the communication events table, and then we'll discuss if the project was successful or not, and then we'll have a recap of what all was discussed as a part of conclusion, and then you'll be able to see a additional references slide that is put in place for this analysis. Mm, Let's begin with the high level overview of the project. The primary objective of Gaudi Hope International Bridge Project is to design, build, finance, operate, and maintain a 6-lane bridge at the busiest commercial border crossing between the United States and Canada. The high level scope would be construction of a 1.5-mile 6-lane bridge, development of ports of entry and inspection facilities for both US and Canada, construction of toll collection facilities, modification to several local bridges and roadways along Michigan Interchange, and also the implementation of a community benefits plan. The milestone schedule that happened would be in 2012. Windsor Detroit Bridge Authority was established by the Canadian Parliament. 2018 to 2020, an engagement has started with the local businesses and workforce development organizations. In 2020, the Windsor Detroit Bridge Authority received the top accolade for ESG performance at the P3 Awards. In 2024, the project is scheduled for completion. The budget that is put in place for this project holds a value of 5.7 billion Canadian dollars. The construction period is expected to last for 74 months and the operation period is expected for 30 years. Let's take a look at the initial risks that we put in place. The cross border coordination. There could be potential delays due to the involvement of multiple government entities with differing regulations. Environmental impact due to non compliance with the environmental regulations and potential opposition from environmental groups. There could be stakeholder misalignment leading to challenges in aligning diverse stakeholder interests that can lead to project delays or increased costs. There could be budget overruns with the risk of exceeding the 5.7 billion Canadian dollar budget that is put in place due to the unforeseen circumstances. There could be schedule delays, meaning that there could be potential delays in construction that can occur due to technical challenges or regulatory issues. The key stakeholders involved in this project would be the Windsor Detroit Bridge Authority, Bridging North America, the Canadian and US governments, the local communities of Windsor and Detroit, environmental groups, the local businesses, and workforce development organizations. Let's look at the key stakeholder interests. The Windsor Detroit Bridge Authority (WDBA) is responsible for project delivery and oversight. It oversees the successful project delivery within scope, schedule, and budget. The Bridge in North America is a private sector partner responsible for design, build, finance, operation, and maintenance. It oversees the profitability, efficient operations, and meeting contractual obligations. The Canadian and the US governments are key stakeholders involved in this would be the customs, border security, and regulatory oversight. They are responsible for security, trade facilitation, and environmental compliance. The local communities of Windsor and Detroit, they are impacted by construction and environmental effects, but intend for economic development, reduced environmental impact, and community benefits. The environmental groups involved would be are concerned with sustainability and environmental impact and work for minimalization of ecological damage and sustainable practices. The local businesses and workforce development organizations are engaged in employment and economic opportunities and look for job creation, skill development, and business opportunities. This is the risk tracking template highlighting the top 5 risks involved with the project. Let's take a brief look at this. The cross border coordination issues is the description of the task. The impact of it would be potential delays due to differing regulations. The risk response would be for this would be the implementation of robust governance framework and regular coordination meetings. The risk level for this is considered to be high. The risk owner of this is WDBA, Windsor Detroit Bridging Authority, and BNA. It is said that this can be managed through structured governance. Uh, Another risk would be the environmental compliance failures. The impact of this would be the risk of non-compliance with regulations. The response for this would be conducting compliance audits and integrate environmental conditions. The level of risk with this would be high. The risk owners would be WDBA again and the environmental team. Um, and then the stakeholder management uh, would be another typical risk. The impact of which is project delays and increased costs. The response for this would be proactive engagement and alignment through regular stakeholder meetings and updates. The risk level involved with this would be medium, and the risk owner for this is again WDBA. This can be addressed with frequent stakeholder consultations and scenario modeling. The other potential risk is the budget overrun. It is the impact for it would be exceeding the 5.7 billion Canadian dollar budget. The risk response for this would be monthly scheduling and close budget monitoring. The risk level here is considered to be medium, and the risk owner is BNE. Um, and then schedule delays. The delay in the impact would be the delay in project completion. The risk response for this would be early identification of critical path activities, and the risk level here is considered to be medium, and the owner again is BNE. This can be controlled with proactive risk management and scheduling adjustments. Um, Moving on to the communication event stable. This is the set of communications that happen between the stakeholders and the people working on site. Let's quickly take a look at it. So the event that happened would be monthly progress reports. The audience that would attend are WDBA, BME, and the governments. The frequency of it is that it happens monthly, and the main purpose of this is to update on project status, risks, and schedule. There is a weekly stakeholder meeting that happens. The people involved here would be WDBA, BNE, key government bodies again. This event also happens weekly. This is mainly to ensure alignment and address emerging issues. There is also a community outreach event that happens with local communities and businesses. This happens usually quarterly. This is mainly to inform and engage local communities and stakeholders regarding what is happening. And there is an environmental compliance event that happens with environmental group regulators bi-monthly. This is mainly to report them about the environmental compliance and the sustainability practices. There is also a risk management update event that usually happens. The main audience here would be WDBA and BNE. There is no particular date or time fixed for this. This usually occurs as and when needed based on the need. And the main purpose of this is to address and mitigate significant project risks. Moving on to, was the Gaudi Hope project successful? In my opinion, yes. Um, the main factors that I consider to finally say that this project is a success would be effective project management, adherence to budget and schedule, stakeholder engagement and satisfaction, risk management, environmental and social impact, and recognition. Let's see why I declared that this project is a success in my opinion. The adherence to project management schedule standards ensured structured project execution, and all the management concepts are successfully followed, and the objectives defined in the scope are almost being implemented. In regards to budget, although the final evaluation will be only possible after the project completion, the use of best practices in project management suggests that it is on track to meet the financial and scheduling commitments. The recognition of WDBA with the P3 Award for Environmental, Social and Governance ESG performance is a testament to project success in meeting stakeholder expectations and maintaining strong relationships. The project faced several significant risks, but through proactive risk management strategies, these risks have been effectively managed. The project has demonstrated an ability to anticipate and mitigate potential issues, thereby maintaining progress towards its goal. The project's commitment towards environmental sustainability and social responsibility is another measure of its success. Additionally, the Community Benefits Plan, which invests in local infrastructure, workforce development, and cultural initiatives, has had a positive impact on the surrounding communities, contributing to the project's overall success. Let's have a quick recap of what all that was discussed as a part of conclusion. The analysis of Gaudy Hope International Project reveals a complex and ambitious undertaking that has been managed with a high degree of professionalism and foresight. From the outset, the project had clear objectives to enhance trade and transportation between the US and Canada while also being benefiting local communities and ensuring environmental sustainability. These goals were supported by a comprehensive project management approach grounded in project management standards, which helped navigate the challenges inherited in such a large scale infrastructure project. In conclusion, the Gaudy Hope International Project exemplifies the successful project management in action. These are the additional references that I've used in order to perform this analysis and draft this presentation. That's it for the presentation. Thank you for listening to me and have a great day.